So in today's video, we're going to be talking about super spikes, how much of an effect they may have, what new super spikes can we expect to be on the market soon, and the effects they might have, and finally a ranking of the top super spikes in our opinion and from the information we've received about each spike. And also stay tuned for the end of the video because we're going to be talking about a new spike from Nike which could potentially break the super spike market in two if it is as good as it seems. Off the bat, the Nike Dragonfly is the most famous and is often regarded as the best super spike, or at least the most commonly used super spike from 800 meters all the way through to the 10,000. In regards to the performance benefit of a super spike, whether you think they affect times on race day, I definitely think they have helped improve times in the scheme of things based off the fact that you can recover quicker and therefore train harder as well as race more frequently. So first of all, we're going to do a brief ranking of our super spike, what are available to the public, and this is from the super spikes what are out on the market, and arguably the most common 5 super spikes, which are the Asics metaspeed LD, the Nike Victory, the Nike Dragonfly, the Adidas Avanti, and the Adidas Ambition. And this list might surprise quite a few of you because it's not what I would have expected before trying the spikes. But again, it's my personal opinion and with people who I've spoken to. And it is kind of funny how I'm doing this after the track season pretty much finished. Probably should have done this video before. So in 5th place, it is the nicest looking spike, the Nike Victory. It's very fast at sprinting, but as soon as you fatigue, I feel like it gets a bit unstable and your legs just feel like lead because it's very much relying on you running in a sprint form. And if you can't sustain that, then it's kind of worse than a normal spike because of how unstable it is. So if you're a very efficient runner and can maintain a very efficient form, then this would be better. But for me, and I think most people out there, it's too unstable when you get tired and it doesn't provide the energy return and recovery that you need in a super spike or would expect in a super spike. 4th is the Adidas Ambition. Although it is better than the Victory and it's probably a lot closer to the other 3 spikes mentioned, again, in terms of when you're tired, it probably doesn't provide as much energy return and as much comfort and stability as you need. Because the foam is in the forefoot, it relies on very much of a forefoot running form, and you will see it on the feet of the likes of Nico Young. Nico Young wears this for the 5k, and so does Sam Parsons, which surprises me. So a lot of Adidas athletes are choosing to wear this for the 5k now, which I find quite strange, but they do it. So, and 3rd place is the Adidas Avanti. I really do like this spike and I think it is very close to the next 2, and for distances of 10,000 meters I might even choose this over the other 2 spikes mentioned. But as an overall spike, I do think it lacks a bit of that pop in the super foam. I feel like Adidas' super foam is very good. It's not quite on the level of Nike and Asics for energy return and responsiveness. So for longer distances where you don't really need that as much, I would say it's nice because of how comfortable and soft it is. And if they can work on the foam a bit and make it a bit more dense, then it's a very dangerous shoe and can probably contend for the top spot. Next is the Asics metaspeed LD. This is growing on me, but it is quite a different feel because for me, because of the plate on the bottom, which is the carbon outsole, because it doesn't actually have spikes, even though the new version has a few spikes in it, this plate, it means it's quite a lot firmer of a feel, which is hard to get used to. It just feels firmer. It's not actually affecting you like a firmer shoe would, if that makes sense. Like, it's not damaging, or it's leaving the legs how a softer shoe would feel, but it feels firmer. So I guess that's kind of best of both worlds, but it just took a while for me to get used to. It may take my top spot eventually because it is a really, really good shoe. And you'll see it on the likes of Moketeer and Eilish McColgan as well. Not sure about the design though. Quite a very ugly shoe. And the top spot of the spikes available for me is still the Nike Dragonfly. It's hard to replace. It's kind of the same with the Next Percent. Even if some shoes may be better, it's hard to sort of have the confidence to change shoes, and for me, the Dragonfly still has the top spot. Very good shoe. If you haven't tried it, it's definitely worth trying it. The leg saving the cushion has, and also the energy return provided in the Zoom X foam, is best of both worlds for any track runner from 800 all the way up to the 10,000. And for me, it's still the best spike on the market in terms of the leg saving. And now on something a bit more controversial in the sense that these shoes aren't widely available to everyone, and that is possibly what the 3 best spikes are on the market at the minute. And in 3rd place, from what I've heard from all the other athletes who are wearing these shoes, 3rd place is the Nike Dragonfly. Again, I haven't tried the next 2 shoes, but everyone else who's told me and tried these shoes, this is how they've ranked them. So 3rd place is the Nike Dragonfly. 2nd place is the New Balance FuelCell LD, I believe it's called, and that is their long distance spike. Their middle distance spike I haven't tried and is more widely available, and it could really fit into the top 5, but I haven't tried it. But the LD spike you actually can't buy anywhere at the minute, so I haven't tried it, but everyone who's tried it says it is better than the Dragonfly. And finally, the best spike on the market, according to everyone who's tried a magnitude of shoes, is the On 10,000 meter Cloud Spike, or the On Cloud Spike 10,000 meter, whatever it's called. Again, you can't buy it anywhere at the minute, and all the On runners are apparently wearing the 10,000 meter spike from 800 meters all the way up to 10,000 meters. And also people who aren't sponsored by On, who have tried that shoe through friends or by getting lucky, they have also said that it is the best spike on the market. So if you can get your hands on the top 3 shoes, it would be the Dragonfly, then the New Balance LD, and finally the On 10,000 meter Cloud Spike. And finally, we're going to be talking about the new Nike Spike, which is an upgraded version of the Air Zoom Victory, seen on the feet of Jakob Ingebrigtsen, Stu McSwain and Jessica Hull, as well as many other Nike athletes. So people like Jakob and Stu McSwain used to wear the Dragonfly, so the fact that they've transitioned into the Air Zoom Victory 2 suggests they are confident enough that it is a better shoe, which is very promising, because before, those athletes were never wearing the Air Zoom Victory. But saying that, Grant Fisher also wore it for his 3,000 meter American record recently, where he ran 7:28. Comment down below your favourite spike, and also what you are most excited to see in the coming years with the super spikes, and how much of an effect you think they have, or how much of an effect they've had on your training and racing.